What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mac's Grill Shack. My name is Shane, and today we are going to be making a smoky pulled pork pizza on the Gosney Dome. It's gonna be delicious, so stick around. Got some oak wood splits here. Let's fire it up. Turn on our temperature gauge there so we can follow along as we preheat. But we'll meet you back when we're ready to shape up some pizza. And as you can see, we have the Gosney Dome preheating here in the background. Right now we're running about 740 degrees, climbing up. My stones are nice and hot, I know that. Just threw a couple of fresh splits in there, bump that temp up quick, give us a good flame roll. But I'd say it's time to get making our smoked pulled pork pizza. Alright, going to start off with a little flour on my wooden peel here. Once again, I like using it in a shaker bottle, makes it real easy to work with. Get a little on my dough here, some on my hands. And there we go. Throw a little bit on top here. This dough is very soft. It's been resting outside here for a couple of hours, so it's supple. And like we usually do, we're just going to push out from the center, leaving the edge crust. Flip it over here. Repeat. Put a little more flour on here. Gently stretch it out with our knuckles. Let gravity do the work. Really doesn't take much. Alright, there we go. Got her all stretched out. And today I'm going to go with a barbecue sauce base. I got some Meat Mitch Whomp Sauce. So we'll spread a little bit of this down. There we go. Give her a quick spread with a spoon here. And next up we have our pulled pork. This is from a batch I made a while ago in the smoker, and just vacuum sealed it, had it in the freezer. Just pulled it out, and seems like a pretty good way to use it up if you ask me. So we'll just get this spread out here over our pizza. And this one here, when I made it, I seasoned it with Hardcore Carnivore Tex Mex rub. I really like that combination on here for the pulled pork. I thought it was fantastic. And I've got a bottle of the rub here. I'm actually just going to hit a little more on it. Don't want to go too heavy here, but can't help myself from adding a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so here's our Hardcore Carnivore Tex Mex, and just going to give this a light little dusting on top just for a little extra flavor boost on it. There we go. Once again, give her a little jiggle, especially if we're going heavier on the toppings. I like to shake it constantly just to make sure it's not wanting to stick down onto our peel. Just got some pickled jalapenos here. So I'm going to add a few of these on top as well, because why not? Nice little bit of acidity and kick. with some cheese. I'm gonna go with both mozzarella and cheddar here. Predominantly we're going to go mozzarella, but I think a little bit of cheddar cheese on here would be a nice pairing. There we go. It's a healthy amount of cheese, but we'll add a little bit more, just a little sprinkle of cheddar on top. There we go. I'd say we're ready to go into the dome. We're sitting about 800 degrees right now. I'm going to add one more split to the oven just so we get some nice flame roll over top. Give our stones a quick sweep. And I'd say we're ready to go in. One last jiggle shake here. We're looking good. Let's get it in the oven. Alright, there we go. My peel's a little too big to get it all the way back in there, so I'm just going to start it out at the front of the oven here. Once it sets up a bit, I can grab my turning peel and scoot it in on back. Alright, check here, set up a bit, scoot that back in. I think we're good for our first spin here. Give it a turn. There we go. Getting some nice color already. Getting some nice flame roll over top there as well, which is of course key to get the top nice and melted over, along with all that heat we have in our stones from the underside. And there we have it. Smoked barbecue pulled pork pizza in the Gosney Dome. Alright, we're just going to let this rest on the board here for a few minutes. I like to leave my turning peel under it just to let some of that steam evaporate so we don't trap it into our crust and make a soggy bottom. There we go. And to finish this off, I'm going to just do a nice little finishing swirl of our whomp sauce over top here. Alright, we got our whomp sauce drizzled over the top here. Let's grab our blade and cut this up. And to finish this off here, I've just got a bit of creamy coleslaw. And what I'm going to do here, let's see, let's add a nice little dollop right to the center. Alright, and there we have it. We've got our smoked pulled pork turned into a pizza here. So Tex Mex seasoned smoked pulled pork. We've got some jalapenos on there. We've got a mix of mozzarella, a little bit of cheddar, and we got our Meat Mitch Whomp Sauce base, a little more drizzled over the top. Finished off with a nice little pile of creamy coleslaw right in the center. And I'm excited to try this one. So let's dive on in and grab a bite. Alright, there we go. Get a little bit of slaw on top of here. Cheers. That is super good. Great flavor. Nice little bit of heat. That coleslaw on top adds a nice little creamy touch. Cools it down just a smidge. But wow, what flavor! That whomp sauce is so good too. If you haven't tried it, you definitely need to. Nice little bit of heat out of there as well. Well, there you have it. We utilized some leftover pulled pork off the smoker, pulled that out of the freezer, added to a pizza here. We got some good barbecue sauce, we got some jalapenos, some cheese, a little bit of coleslaw, cooked all in the Gosney Dome over a wood fire, and what a delicious bite that is. If you like pizza, you like barbecue, I mean, it's a match made in heaven. Definitely worth trying. Something I always like to do with my leftover pulled pork is make sure it gets onto a pizza. Super delicious. But I do thank you for sticking around again for this one today. It was a lot of fun, super tasty, and I do appreciate it. If you like this video and you want to stick around and see more fun meals whipped up in the dome, maybe it's going to be on the offset, on the Traeger, the flat top, hit that subscribe button, stick around, see what we're going to do next. And I'm always up for trying something new and fun and delicious. And feel free to get out there and grill up some goodness for yourselves.